Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Hey guys, what is up? What is up? Your girl is back and she's feeling goofy today. In today's video, I am going to be announcing, finally, this is a little behind, I'm going to be announcing the August Let's Talk Craft Book Club Choice of the Month. I will be providing what, when, and who. Why am I being so weird? I think it's because I haven't filmed a video in like 2 weeks and I'm finally like feeling it again. So I apologize if this is your first time seeing me. I'm not always weird, but I'm weird often enough that if that's not your bag, I'm probably not your hag. So that's all I can say about that. I'm being so extra and I'm annoying myself. So let's just get down to the seriousness of the topic. As most of you know, I host here on my channel a monthly book club for writers called Let's Talk Craft Book Club. And every month we read one writing craft book and then we discuss it on a live stream. And every month I am joined by my brother Kevin over at his channel, Kevin the Writer. He is linked in the description. And then every month we have a special guest host who comes on the live stream with us to discuss the book. And then you guys read the books and you talk about it with us in the chat. Now, if you don't want to read, some of you are like, I don't know if I want to read that book. You can still come to the live streams. You just hang out and you hear us talk about books and, you know, you can learn some things and give your opinion on the topics that we're talking about that came up in the book. See how it works, people? And if you can't make it to the live stream, because they're usually always on Sundays at 3 p.m. if that's Eastern time, and if that doesn't work for you, then you can always watch the replay, and leave your comments down in the comment section. So for this month, if you couldn't already tell from my beautiful opening to this video, we're gonna be, or the title of the video, we're gonna be talking about writing fantasy. I almost sang the lyrics to What's Your Fantasy by Ludacris at the beginning, but felt like it maybe wasn't appropriate. That's in the blooper reel. So we have done some genre books before. Well, we've done one on writing thrillers. If you didn't catch that, our guest was Alexa Dunn, who does write YA thrillers. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down in the description. Be sure to check that out. It was fun. And I think we learned some things by talking about what we didn't learn from that book. Okay, so for this month, we are going to be talking about writing fantasy. Now, this is something I have never done before. Sorry about my snorting dog. Y'all are used to it by now. But I do have an idea for a fantasy that I think is maybe too weird for the traditional publishing world. So maybe that's something I'll pursue in the future when or if I want to self-publish. But I do have an urban fantasy that I really love. And so maybe like some of this would relate to that. I don't know, but I am very curious about writing fantasy. Most of my friends write fantasy and my brother writes fantasy and like urban fantasy and contemporary, but he's a jack of all trades. So he actually recommended this book. He has read part of it, not all of it, I don't think. So he's really excited for us to read this whole thing and be able to discuss it. And I actually had the book choice recommended to me by a couple of you guys. So I'm really excited to announce that for the month of August, we are going to be reading The Fantasy Fiction Formula, and this is by Deborah Chester. So like I said, several people have recommended this, said this was a really great book. Some people have actually commented that they wanted to check this out and they weren't sure, could we do it? And then Kevin read part of it and was like, yes, we should use this. So this is a book about writing fantasy. Now, it does have general writing tips from what I understand in it, but then it is using fantasy as like the examples, if that makes sense, because if you've watched any of my book reviews, which I do, I review writing craft books on this channel. I will link that playlist down below if you want to check those out. I'm gonna link all kinds of stuff below, guys. Go down there, look at it, take a little gander after the video. Oh, you'll know how crucial the examples are and how often they, for lack of a better word, suck. Okay, so this one is taking some general writing advice, but applying it to writing fantasy and using fantasy examples, as well as discussing elements of writing fantasy in particular. So it's a little lengthy-ish, not really actually, now that I look at the page. It just feels thick, you know, with 2 C's. But weird, I just opened up to a page that says create a book video. Not sure what that's about. So it's about 300 pages or so. So yeah, maybe it's a little longer. But there are like some pictures. Not like pictures, but like, I don't know, like little charts and stuff. So anyway, yeah. So we are going to be reading this book, and you're saying, girl, when? That's 300 pages, I need the time. Well, it's going to be on the last day of the month, August 31st. That's right, folks. We are going to talk about this on August 31st. Hey guys, disheveled post-production Laura here to tell you that I'm an idiot and I keep saying August 31st when the live stream will be on August 30th. It is Sunday, August 30th. It's always on Sundays, always. So I don't know why I said the 31st. Please ignore that. August 30th, 30th, 30th. And our guest host is a good friend of mine, fellow author tuber, who is writing fantasy, and her name is blah, 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 Miss Jessica Williamson. As you guys know, Jessica is a great friend of mine. She's been on this channel many times, and I'm very excited to read this book with her and talk about it, and hear what she has to say about it, and if she thinks it's helpful in writing her current fantasy. So if you don't know Jessica, I will link her down in the description as well. Be sure to check out her channel. She does writing content as well as booktube content, so I think that she's the perfect person to include for the August book club live chat. So there you have it, folks. We're going to be reading the fantasy fiction formula, and we're going to be discussing it on Sunday, August 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern time with my co-host, Kevin from Kevin the Writer, and Jessica from Jessica Williamson. All of the information for all of this is down below, including a link to the book on Amazon. If you want to go ahead and order it, they do have it in all the forms, you know, Kindle, paperback, audio, whatever works for you. It is linked down below. Also, I know I have a lot of Canadian viewers, so I also have the links below to the Canadian Amazon, so that's down there. Also, what you'll find in the description, because I've already told you a million other things you can find there, you can find info on the Let's Talk Craft book club. So we have an Instagram where I like to put pictures, and I like to regram your pictures, as well as ask questions, get feedback, etc., and reminders of reading and when stuff is going to happen. So please be sure to follow that. It is down in the description. And also, you know, you can go ahead and follow my regular personal Instagram too while you're at it. That's also down there. I like to share some stuff. I'm not as great at like posting pictures per se, but I do update my Insta story every day, and I post some things that are like food for thought, but also just my daily life, you know, and little like mini, you know, vlogs of the day. Anyway, I don't know, if you want to follow, go ahead. If you don't, it's fine. But I digress, as always. But the Let's Talk Craft Instagram is down there, as well as I will include a the playlist for all of our previous live streams if you have not seen those yet. So, all right guys, that is all for today's video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and get that book so that we can talk about it at the end of the month. All right guys, thanks so much as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.